Hey, good morning everybody. Brian here. Hey, I see a lot of discussion on social media about people when they get a truck topper and they build out their bed in the back, how they always get dust on the inside if they're going down like dirt roads and stuff like that. And then also too, you can get moisture in there as well if it's raining out. So I wanted to show a few ideas that I've done which help to minimize any sort of dust or moisture getting inside your topper while you're driving. So there's actually three things you can do. One, it's the most common sense one, keep all your windows closed on your slide windows. And number two, I create a little rubber seal on the topper flap that comes down the back window and the little tailgate gate. Put that down. And three, I use a bed rug. So I'm gonna do a few different camera views and show you guys those, and that way you can try to minimize the dust, because when I first got on the road, I did not have the bed rug and I did not have the seal, and sometimes I keep my windows vented in the back and I'd always have a ton of dust all over my stuff, and that's kind of frustrating because like get into a sleeping bag with dust in it, it just feels like kind of like fine sandpaper. So these tips will help out, and I think if you do them, just these 2 or 3 alterations to your truck topper and your sleeping setup, then I think you can minimize pretty much all the dust you have in there. So let me show you those real quick. Okay, so as you can see, this is starting to come apart at the moment, and I'm getting ready to redo this, so I figured this is a perfect time to show the guts of how you can create the foam seal on the back of your window topper here. So what I use is, you can go to the hardware store and they have these little foam strips that have adhesive backings to it, and I use 2 different ones. I use a firm one and then a real squishy one for the exterior, the one that's facing out that will actually push up against the tailgate. So they have an adhesive back to them, and you can stick them to the plastic on the topper back gate that you have. And then what I do is you can see this tape is starting to come off, but I'll just cut little strips of Gorilla Tape and just loop it around to where this stays on there, and then that way you don't have to worry about it coming off. But what it does is it creates an extra little like cushion that your tailgate will rest up against, and then since this is spongy kind of foam stuff, it'll contour to your tailgate, so it'll create a barrier in the back to where the sand and dust and all that stuff can't cycle up into your topper and get all the stuff dirty in there. So that's one way. You just cut these to size. I had 2 different sections that I put on here, and then I just, like I said, used some Gorilla Tape and looped it up over, and that creates a seal for the back. So let me show you what we do for the tailgate. All right, now for the tailgate, I got this bed rug, and this thing, it attaches on with Velcro, and then you also undo some of the screws on your tailgate, and it you screw it in here. But this thing has been incredible as far as a barrier is concerned, because there's also a bed rug on the inside here, and it works as an insulation for your truck topper, so it keeps you nice and warm in the winter and in cooler months. But this creates a little bit of a seal. When I close the tailgate here, these 2 sections of the bed rug actually pinch together, and then the bed rug has a seal all along the bottom of here too. There's not a single piece that's over the tailgate. It's one piece that comes from the back of the bed all the way to the front, or all the way to the tailgate here. And so this is what I was talking about, is there's a seal down here, so that blocks the dust from coming out, and it really cuts down on the amount of dust that comes up in here. I'd say like it's pretty much a barrier back here. The only dust that would come in would be if I don't have the top back gate down, or if I've got the side windows open, but I don't get any dust in anymore from the tailgate. So this is really helpful, and it's nice too because it creates a bit of a pad here on the tailgate, so when you get up into your truck topper and you're on your knees or whatever, it doesn't hurt your knees. And I like it. It's real durable, easy to clean, and doesn't hold stains or nothing. I think it's kind of waterproof. I think, at least it seems like it is. But that's a great. This is, I'd say, one of the best barriers I have. So this, coupled with the the back gate, the foam across the back, and just keeping your windows shut, you know, you're going to minimize the majority of dust that you get in there, and also water, because when it rains, if you drive down the freeway and it rains, and if underneath your back topper window, if you don't have a seal back there, a bunch of water can come up underneath it. I used to soak my stuff, so I'm just glad to have this set up now, and I'm going to redo the back window, the little stripping on there, and get it all fresh and new looking. So anyway, that's what I do to keep dust out of and water out of the back of my topper when I'm driving. And I think if you did the same thing, you'd find out it's really effective. So if you have any questions, just hit me up in the comments below. Thanks.